Hey, welcome back, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my Davi Vanity research, a little bit about the coronavirus, Quaden Bayles update, and some about Edmund Generation's new video he released on his side channel to do with Shiloh. All that and more as the Rep reports. Now, if you're unfamiliar, I did the Davi Vanity video Monday, and I said that I was going to go into full research mode on this. I was going to do multiple topics within this topic, and then I had a lot of people reach out to me, a lot of victims in general of Davi Vanity. I want to talk to everybody that's been impacted by this person, and it's going to take me a little bit longer than I thought. If you haven't heard back from me about this and you reached out about this topic, just bear with me. I'll be getting to you over the weekend. I didn't realize how many people were affected by this person, and I want to approach this topic with a sensitivity and importance. It's going to take so much focus to hit this topic just right because of the sheer amount of impact this person's had. It kind of is a little bit overwhelming, and I want to give it the proper respect that it deserves. So I'm taking a step back, and in order to talk to everyone, to do massive amounts of research in this topic. So if you do have information on Davi Vanity and you want to reach out to me and you feel comfortable doing that, email me at repkings@live.com. Allow me just a little bit of time, and I will get back to you on that. I wanted to put that message out there. Also, in the news, I'm super struggling in today's video. I have my stomach's upset and I have a headache. Heck of a topic to cover about the coronavirus today, feeling like crap. But we need to cover it. It's been in the trending tabs for weeks, and as this gets bigger, I understand that it's going to hit and impact the majority of countries in the world. I don't think it's a pandemic just quite yet, but it may be. I heard that they're just afraid to use the term, but I feel like informing ourselves about the information about the coronavirus is one of the best ways to prepare. And I wanted to talk about it and know how you guys are preparing for this, how you're feeling about the coronavirus. Just in the last 2 hours on Twitter, it says coronavirus, Mexico, Iceland, and Monaco record their first cases. The latest information is at least 83,000 global cases are confirmed. The death toll stands at 2,800. U.S. urges citizens to avoid non-essential travel to Italy. South Korea reports hundreds of cases. Italy places around 50,000 people in quarantine, and schools across Japan close amid the outbreak. I've had people that live in these affected areas reach out to me, and I'm thinking about talking to a few people that are in these areas. So if you are, reach out to me. I know I'm already talking to a few. We might do a couple interviews talking about just how it's been affecting these people at their homes and how they feel about the situation. I'll let you know if I decide to take that direction. I did post a tweet about it saying, how is everyone feeling about the coronavirus? How are we preparing? Gonna add training tags so more people can help us out in getting ready. One person says they're from Korea, not far from where most of the cases are. I'm so stressed. I have to stay home with my 2-year-old who has scarlet fever whilst my husband works, and I just feel so cut off from the world. We are almost out of masks. A lot of people saying that they're going to stock up on canned foods and rice and legumes and beans and crackers and different things like that. This is how I'm preparing for it, and like I said, I haven't went on full research mode about the coronavirus, so I know that I'm going to get a lot of rice, a lot of legumes, stuff that lasts for about 2 months, and I got all my bills set up on auto pay, so I don't have to go out very much. One thing I have seen is that the coronavirus affects mostly people that are older. I'm told that if you have a good immune system, that's another good thing. People that are over the age of 50 are the ones that are most impacted as far as the fatality rate by age. A little bit of information on the coronavirus is, what is it? These days, coronavirus is often prefaced with the word novel, because that's precisely what it is. A new strain in a family of viruses we've all seen before. Coronaviruses are a large family of viruses that range from the common cold to much more serious diseases. These diseases can infect both humans and animals. The strain that began spreading in Wuhan, the capital of China's Hubei province, is related to two other coronaviruses that have caused major outbreaks in recent years: severe acute respiratory syndrome, SARS, and Middle East respiratory syndrome, MERS. Symptoms of coronavirus infections range in severity from respiratory problems to cases of pneumonia, kidney failure, and a buildup of fluid in the lungs. The good news is that public health officials say novel coronavirus is less deadly than SARS, which killed about 10% of people who were infected during the outbreak that began in 2002. Early in the outbreak, it says that about 2,000 of cases reported were of people that were already sick, so it does directly correlate to how weak or strong the immune system is. One of the things that makes it deadly is that it spreads super easily. There are some reports that say the illness can spread without any symptoms occurring. I'm still going to be doing a lot of research on this, but I am interested in what you guys think about it, so just let me know in the comment section below. Also, in the news. So last Friday, we covered Quaden Bayles, the 9-year-old that the internet made conspiracy theories about, saying that he was actually an 18-year-old adult, which was ridiculous because of the ease it was to find the information. We have an update. Quaden Bayles' family nominates 6 charities to redirect Disneyland money. People were very angry for whatever reason because he was getting all these donations, and they were saying that was part of the scam. Well, he's not keeping any of that money. The 9-year-old Brisbane boy captured the hearts of the world after a 6-minute video clip of him crying and threatening self-harm from a school bullying episode. U.S. comedian Brad Williams, who set up a GoFundMe page on February 21st, raised more than $700,000 with the intention of sending Quaden to the theme park in Anaheim, California. Like Quaden, Mr. Williams has a similar genetic disorder that results in dwarfism. The family felt like they wanted to tackle the real issue, so they decided to just give the money to organizations that were in support of people being affected by bullying. We want the money to go to community organizations that really need it. As much as we want to go to Disneyland, I think our community would far off benefit from that. The 6 charities named were Dwarfism Awareness Australia, Galang Place, Dolly's Dream, and the Balloonu Foundation in Australia, and Born This Way Foundation and Stomp Out Bullying in the US. They will receive $100,000 each, with the remaining funds going to Quaden to cover direct medical help, education, accommodation costs, food to feed the family, plus other charities that they may later choose. Now, I was really upset when I first covered this story because the people on the internet would not stop making conspiracy theories out of this, literally bullying this kid when his message in the first place was that he was in pain because he was being bullied. I talked about this in that video where I said everybody's just kind of stuck in their day-to-day grind. They're wanting to pay their bills, take care of their family, and then they see something on the internet and they don't really look much into it. And I think that is a contributing factor as to why these conspiracy theories got so big. If you can, look into things. Don't take things at face value. Always search for the truth. Also in the news. Those of you that have been paying attention to what's been going on Twitter, you already know about this. YouTuber Edwin Costa from Edwin's Generation has a second channel, Homeboys Got Receipts, and on that second channel, he released a video, Shiloh snaps at YouTubers and people on Twitter, Onision's patient zero. And what he's referring to is there was a whole situation, it was about a week or so ago, where it appeared as if Shiloh kind of freaked out on a lot of people and really did do a lot of wrong. Now, before I say anything further, I do want to say that I do support Shiloh's cause, but like most others that witnessed this, why it happened, I can't get behind her actions during whatever this was.
So this all started when Sarah, the girl who was allegedly groomed by Onision and Kai, made a tweet saying, "I went to an FBI office in Michigan and dropped off my laptop and old phones. They'll probably be keeping the laptop for quite a while, so I'll be needing a new one for school. Anything to help is greatly appreciated, but please don't feel obligated." And she shared a link to her Venmo. Now when I saw this Venmo link, I immediately retweeted it because I've had people ask me like, how can I help her, whatever. So I'm like, okay, let me spread awareness. And I myself donated a big chunk because I promised that I would from the revenue that I've been making on the videos on this topic. I didn't find a problem, but of course it is Twitter, so naturally there are gonna be people that are gonna have a problem with Sarah sharing her Venmo. Like, she's clearly not telling anybody, you have to donate, you have to do this, you know? So I really don't get how people are so bothered, because that's the thing. When a random stranger just shares their Venmo, nobody cares. You know, nobody says anything. But God forbid, Sarah, a girl that has gone through so much and works almost every day, has her own apartment, has a cat, has a car loans, all these responsibilities, and she's setting time apart to go to the FBI office and try to like give information, you know. She's been seeing lawyers, setting time apart, you know. So like, I don't find it unreasonable to be like, if anybody wants to donate, like, sure.
I completely agree about this. It wasn't like she was twisting anyone's arm to donate, and she was only asking for funds for a computer for classes. That seems perfectly fine with me. But then when people started to question what the money was for and why she needed to do this, which it's okay to ask questions, that's where things started to get a little bit heated.
One of the people that was questioning Sarah was a YouTuber that goes by the name Josh Pescator, and he had quote tweeted her and asked her several questions like, hey, what about this and that? Whatever happened to you saying that you didn't want money? And asked her several questions. And there was another girl that asked her like, hey, where in Michigan do you live? I don't know if these people meant any ill intent. I don't want to assume that, but I understand where Sarah's coming from. And what I don't understand is Shiloh's reaction. We spoke shortly after this tweet, and she was very emotionally distraught. She had just gotten off of work, and she saw all this scrutiny. So I completely empathize. I felt a lot of frustration myself. I made my own tweet. So many people have asked how they could help Sarah, and the moment she finally makes a tweet suggesting how they could help, other people that never intended to support her feel the need to shame and interrogate her. Not the move. I know what I wasn't gonna do was start a war with other commentary drama channels, because that would only make the thing bigger. However, that's the exact thing that Shiloh went ahead and did.
For those of you that don't know, this was a big deal on Twitter. It was all in my home feed when this was going on, and I just couldn't really understand the situation, and I kind of wanted to stay out of it. So I'm not really going to go in on my opinions about this situation too much. But I can say Shiloh's behavior in this specific situation that you're about to see, it was wrong.
Okay, Shiloh's initial reaction was, harass one of my girls, I'll come at you forever. No effing limits, period. Try me. To which someone replied, your girls? They are not your property. Now I understand that this is a misunderstanding, like Shiloh saying like, these are my girls, like these are my sisters, you know, kind of like a bond thing, you know, and maybe this girl didn't understand it, but the way that Shiloh reacted is what I found to be a little bit, I don't know, I see, I still feel nervous saying this because, and again, I don't want this to be black and white. I support Shiloh, I just don't support the way she lashes out at people. She blocked this girl, but right before she blocked her, she sent her private message and she said, you're a bitch.
This is one of the things I don't agree with. It happened multiple times. When Shiloh didn't agree with somebody, she did reach out to them in DMs to intimidate them and say just not okay things.
I feel like she could have just blocked her if it bothered her that much, or ignored it, but why is that the impression that she wants to give off to people? Let's keep going. These are the messages that Shiloh sent to the drama news YouTuber Josh Pescator. You want to handle this with someone your own age, or is that you want to be like Greg so badly you actually start doing things he's done? Does harassing a 19-year-old girl who lives alone make you feel big? And Josh says, asking questions isn't harassment, but publicly telling your following to report people is. I don't care about this person, same as I don't care about Greg, but the point stands. I ask questions to expose effery on the internet. Got time to answer a couple from me and my team? Because we got him. And Shiloh says, oh yeah, I got time for your team. Please send me an email contact for your team so I can forward it to mine and Sarah's lawyer. As it stands, you're showing yourself as being very much like Greg. You try to find out the college location of a 19-year-old girl who lives alone. You realize how creepy that is? Send me an email or address, I'll gladly have you served. Or I can find it myself. Peace sign. Then a minute later she said, no time for that? Alrighty, I will find a contact myself, thanks. Josh replied, okay, where do you want me to send me and my team's list of questions? And P.S. There's no tweet of me asking for anything, ma'am. In fact, the tweet you're referring to specifically states after my obvious jokes that, no, can't ask her what school it is. But where should I send the email? My name is Josh Pescator, I'm an independent reporter on YouTube. Shiloh says, I didn't ask for a list of questions. I asked for an email for my lawyers to send you appropriate paperwork. It is fine, I already have one. Take care, Josh. You won't be much longer. Then Josh sent her a link to a tweet, and Shiloh says, I saw that. Goodbye. I have a contact email for you now. Please no longer contact me. Mine and Sarah's lawyer will be in contact with you. Goodbye. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Shiloh and Sarah don't share a lawyer. So she just lied to this guy to intimidate him.
That's not good. Another thing that I want to point out is she called Josh Pescator creepy, like he was trying to get her home information and dox her, basically. That's clearly not what the intent in this situation was, and there's a bit of hypocrisy that you're about to see, and well, just check it out.
The Twitter user that goes by Angela, and she said, anyone know what city in Michigan she's in? I'm sure we can figure it out. I'm also in Michigan and quite familiar with the schools. Now this is really creepy, okay? Like, I understand why Sarah might be creeped out. And I've spoken to this girl, Angela. She showed me a direct message that she sent to Sarah apologizing profusely. And she also showed me that she donated to Sarah to try to make it right and showing that she felt bad. I know that emotions are high, and I spoke to Sarah and she was really upset. So was it creepy? Yes. Was it intentionally creepy? I don't know. Now, the way that Shiloh responded to this tweet, though, she said, you're really creepy. I need to stop before I come by for a visit. Okay, I get it. Now, I get it. You know, like I said, I also was very angry because I had just heard Sarah and I was very angry. But I feel like targeting people like this in a public tweet, I don't think that's the way to use your social media. And again, I don't want to dictate how people should use their social media at all, but like, Shiloh has voluntarily put herself in this, like, I am the face, you know? No other victim is like, I am the one, I'm speaking for everybody else. So she has voluntarily placed herself in this position of like, I will be the bigger sister. I will be the motherly figure, you know? She has voluntarily done this for all her girls. After that tweet, Shiloh went ahead and encouraged her followers to report the girl Angela, but she wasn't finished there.
So you can see even in there, it's kind of like she's telling people not to do what she is going on and putting out there that she's about to do.
So after Shiloh put Angela on blast, she actually also sent her a DM and it said, are you effing stupid? Angela then blocked Shiloh, and Shiloh went on to her other account and she said to Angela, I swear to God, I'm already on it, on finding where the F you live. Now let's not forget that Shiloh was calling out this girl Angela for being creepy as to try to find out where Sarah lives, right? That was the impression. And the way that Shiloh decided to respond to this girl Angela was by saying, I'm gonna find out where you live, I'm already on it. That's creepy in itself as well. I just don't understand how Shiloh likes to stoop down to the same level in such an aggressive manner. Yeah, we can all agree that Angela was saying something creepy, but why do you have to one-up her, Shiloh? You already quote tweeted her several times, and then you also DM her on both of your accounts? At one point, Angela felt threatened and reported some of Shiloh's messages, and one of them reads, I literally want you to effing disappear. You can also see her saying that it would better the world. Shiloh also said, just eliminate yourself, no one wants you here. I gotta say, it's a little bit disappointing that people want to support the cause so bad that they're willing to turn the other cheek when people say things like this.
I'm not gonna react through this whole video. It's a 34-minute video, but you definitely need to watch this entire video. So for full context, it will be in the description. As interesting as this is, there's always something that's more interesting to me. That's right, you guessed it. I want to know what you think. So why don't you go ahead and leave your creative and interesting responses in the comment box below. Thumbs up for those likes. As always, brothers and sisters, I will see you in the next video.